How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Ade, and welcome back to another edition of Boxtalk. It's time for This Week in Boxing, where we give you the news, reviews and the facts from the past week. Ade already had a go at me like, don't talk about it, so I won't.
Oh, you can get these new Boxtalk. You know what the funny thing is though? I was thinking, as I got this jumper, a couple months ago, I was thinking, not that, like jumpers like this for Boxtalk rather than the hoodies, and like the writing coming out of that, I think they're quite good. Obviously, this is, I'm not trying to get out of it. Ryan's right, I owe him a bit of money for wearing this, but I'm just trying to say, what do you guys think?
Yeah. Alright then, busy weekend. A lot of stuff going on. Still watching the fights from last night. We were both out last night, so
one working, one drinking. Guess who? Guess which one's which?
Yeah. It was a bloody good night last night.
Not for me, it was.
Alright then, let's start with this weekend's fights.
Yes.
Let's start with the main event on the aborted Wilder Povetkin card.
Okay.
Lebedev versus Ramirez. Lebedev gets a second round KO.
Yep.
Terrible referee from, I think it was Steve Smolga.
Steve Smolga, yeah, who people would normally like because he lets fights go on.
He lets one go on too much.
Far too much.
Far too much. I don't know if it was a left uppercut or right uppercut that Lebedev hit Ramirez with, and Ramirez kind of froze, kind of half buckled over, and then he let him take too much shots, got hustled back into the ropes, took a whole bunch of more shots, and then said, "Oh, I'll let you go." I mean, referee's job is first, is safety first. Yeah, protect the fighter.
Protect the fighter. The fighter can't protect himself. Protect
him.
And we spoke about this in the wake of Nick Blackwell. We talked about you got them kind of referees that are known to let fighters go on. Fights go on. Steve Smolga is known for that. Yeah. And you got fighters that are almost known as tough men, and referees seem to want to let those fight. Oh, he can take a couple more. He's known to do it. And I think Ramirez falls into that, but it was wrong. Lebedev's a massive puncher. He's a big guy, and like you say, he was out when he kind of tilted over. Yeah. So one more, I kind of say, okay, is he alright? After that, stop the fight. But now what? Lebedev's a IBF and I think WBO champion, so he's got two belts, a double belt holder. So.
You know, well done to Lebedev. Yeah. I didn't think Ramirez was great. I thought Ovil McKenzie beat him when they fought a few months ago, about 6 months ago. Yep. But Ramirez is tough.
Even Ofalabi got a kind of disputed decision over there as well.
Ramirez is tough, is durable, and to take him out in 2 rounds is a statement.
It's a big statement. It's a big statement. Yeah, and you kind of already in my head, I'm just thinking, please, him and Kawaki, just get it on. Oh, just have a tear up.
That would be a car crash of a fight.
Yeah, no, I'm not normally a pro for that, but if they're gonna do it.
If you want to pick a fight, I mean, you wouldn't want to pick a fight with Kawaki or Lebedev.
Yeah, they're just like the kind of bouncers that say you can't come and you don't argue.
Yeah.
Like, no entry, you got trainers on, okay, I'll go.
Lebedev, as much as in terms of technical ability, he's not great, but he is tough as hell.
Oh, he's tough as hell. Everyone remember the picture of that gruesome eye injury against Gomero Jones?
Gomero Jones,
That's tough.
Yeah. Unless you outbox him like Gomero Jones did, he would bloody give you a bloody nightmare. Yeah. Know what I mean?
And who else does that?
Kawaki, yeah. Only thing I will say though is that as tough as Lebedev is though, I was thinking before I was thinking about the past 18 months that he was getting a bit long in the tooth.
So was I. Now he's got 2 belts. You know what I mean? It's strange.
Very strange. Alright, let's go to the US. And let's start with, so I tell you what, as much as I love boxing, I can't differentiate between both of them. Jamil and Charlo. Yeah. Jamil and Jamal.
Same haircuts now as well. Come and help us out, guys.
No. One's got the
one like Mohican.
That one's different, yes. Let's go Charlo versus Jackson. Let's just call it Charlo.
Yeah, okay, Charlo versus Jackson.
Charlo versus Jackson.
Yeah.
Jackson's a good boxer.
Yes. A very good boxer, by the way.
Yeah, he showed it in the Andy Lee fight. Yeah. Showed it in all his performances that he's a good boxer. The Charlo brothers are kind of known as boxers. Yeah. And younger Charlo, I know this one's a younger one.
By about a minute.
Yeah. Is known as a boxer as well. You know, a little bit boxer puncher. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with losing rounds. But he was losing handily until the stoppage.
Yeah, I think...
And it makes you question the actual boxing acumen a little bit.
Yeah. Sometimes you kind of feel like they're with both Charlo brothers, it's almost like when one does a good performance, automatically it gives the power to the other one. Did that make any sense?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like one yesterday got exposed a little bit. Jackson is a good boxer. We've seen it in the Andy Lee performance. Guys, watch that until he gets tagged. But he made me. I was on the thing that Charlo brother is like boxing acumen's up there.
Yeah.
And yesterday I kind of thought that maybe not.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Maybe not. You know, he still got the win. Well done to him. And in the record, we'll say he knocked out Jackson eighth.
I think it was eighth. Yeah.
Eighth round. We'll say that. But before, all the scorecards were clearly Jackson. I think it was like 69-62 or 69-60.
Yeah.
All of them had Jackson. So it says a lot about that.
So I tell you what, no, you don't want to be harsh.
Yeah.
You won the world title, it ain't supposed to be easy, you're supposed to have tough fights, you're supposed to fight the top guys, so you're supposed to have tough fights. I don't like seeing one-sided fights. Yeah. So I like that he went through, had to earn his title and fight at the best. But at the same time, it's like I want a little bit of urgency.
Yeah.
And like he got that when he realised he was behind on points. But at the same time, you can't really wait to round 6, round 7 to actually think, guess what, I need to do something. You got to start making adjustments earlier.
Yeah. Maybe we have to give Jackson credit.
Yeah, Jackson's good. I'm not criticising.
So maybe it's one of those ones where, as good as Charlo is, in terms of the levels that we thought both were at, one being way above the other, maybe it's just a lot closer than that.
Yeah.
And it proved that Jackson, might have been knocked out by Andy Lee, but is a good boxer. Just unfortunately, the whiskers.
Bro, that knockout again, bro.
Again, 2 big knockouts now for him.
Listen,
against him, sorry.
The way Jackson was sitting in the ropes, like that kind of like, he was standing up, but it was out. And when the doctor was asking him after the ring, he knew what happened, but it's like he blacked out for like, what, that 20 seconds, 30 seconds, he just blacked out for a second. Like, again, another one, out on his feet from that. It was an overhand right, kind of clipped him, knocked him out on his feet completely. Yeah. And again, good refereeing though, because after he was knocked out on his feet, was it 1 or 2 shots before the ref jumped in and saved him. I mean, because he was definitely done for.
Yeah.
All right then.
What title was that for again? Was that IBF?
I think WBC.
WBC. Very confusing.
Yeah, they're very confusing, and to be honest, like I said, don't really care. We're going to actually talk about the belts a little bit later, I think.
Alright.
Let's go to Charlo versus Trout.
So Charlo 2.
Charlo 2.
Yeah. Same weight class, same fighting on the same night. Come on, this
Charlo the sequel.
Yeah.
Alright then. Good performance.
Yeah.
Like, I think Trout is solid.
Trout's a very good fighter.
Yeah, never had no problem with Trout at all. I think he's a solid fighter.
Yeah, I like Trout. You know, just kind of does what he can do.
Yeah.
Doesn't pretend he can do anything more than that. Just does it, sets up his shots well, everything well. I think he got a bit too high off the Cotto win, but
I think we always talk about this. It's not that sometimes you kind of become a hypocrite because you say one thing, but you kind of mean something else.
Yep, we're human. It's okay.
Trout's the type of fighter that we were all high on. I think he's a really, really good fighter, and you want him to fight the best. But then he fought Cotto, then he fought Canelo,
then Lara,
and you want the best to fight the best. But Trout came from literally nowhere to a star.
Yeah, I agree.
And sometimes you need a little bit of development before you get to that stage.
It's a fantastic point, and I agree 100%. He done the Cotto fight, and you can imagine, his agent then got super offers for Lara, super offers for Canelo, and it's hard to turn him down. It's bigger money than he's ever seen before, but there was still development there. You've always said on your on this show that you didn't think Cotto was a good 154 fighter.
Yeah.
So maybe that win over Cotto showed us something that's not real. It's hard to explain what I'm saying, but
I know what you mean.
That wasn't the real Cotto. We've said Cotto's not best at 154. Cotto's a 147 fighter at best, and he beat not a great Cotto.
Yeah.
And that gave him then performances. I thought his performance against Canelo was good, but back to this fight, I think it was competitive. Charlo's a very good boxer. This Charlo is a better boxer.
Yeah.
The Charlo's a better boxer. He looks stronger, knows how to put it together. But Trout was always in it. Trout was always in the fight. I think Charlo started off strong. Trout came back in the middle rounds, but then there's a couple of head clashes, and I think they're going to put Trout off.
And he put her. Also, Trout started to get swelling as well in early in the fight as well. I think that psychologically affects you as well. I think when you know you're getting hurt, I think just human instinct to be more defensive and try to think about self-preservation more than just going out there. You know what I mean? And nothing's wrong with that at all. You know what I mean? you're a fighter. You're a fighter. You're considered a warrior, but you're human. You know what I mean? When you start feeling physical damage on your face,
you have to backpedal. You do the double shuffle. And
you start feeling physical damage. Then it's physical damage.
Those Charlo brothers are tall, by the way. They're tall.
Yeah.
I don't know unless Trout's small because he had a few inches on Trout.
Yeah, Trout's quite big for the weight.
Yeah, Trout. I've always thought that's what I thought. That Trout was even talking about turning up to middleweight.
Yeah.
And these guys are quite tall and rangy. And I could see. I'm really looking to see if either one will fight a Lara or either one will fight Demetrius Andrade. But we'll see.
Nah.
I think Lara calls them both.
Yeah, I think Andrade's profile dropped off completely. Like literally, like I'm not being bad. Like seriously, like has he actually fought? I mean that's just come down to it. Like terrible. Like, and I think Andrade could be a pound for pound. I thought he would be a top 10 pounder by now.
Yeah.
And I don't know where the hell he is. Lara, I don't think it's not worth the risk. To build a Charlo as stars where they want to build him, fighting Lara is just a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's go to Lara Martinson. And this is the fight I haven't watched, unfortunately, as of now. It's kind of playing in the background a bit, kind of.
Same here, guys. Sorry.
Yeah. Lara wins.
Yeah.
For a rematch from the technical draw, it was.
What was it, technical draw?
The technical draw, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. In the first fight,
yeah.
It was a technical draw.
Yeah. Some people were saying controversy online. Some people were on Twitter, and some people were saying that it could have gone both ways. I need to watch it, so it's kind of hard to pass judgment. We'll say though, is Vans cause a problem for any 54 fighter. Yeah. So if he's caused problems for Lara, I can understand why, because Vans is awkward, Vans is good. Yeah. Vans is, like you said, for everyone as well, pretty much. Yeah.
So to tell you the problem with Vans is sometimes like people look at who threw the more punches, and that's not an indication of winning the fight. I mean, talking about ability. And I'm trying to say, everyone can throw 100 punches and win a round. It's about actually landing good solid punches. And Van is a smart enough fighter to know how to stay in a fight.
Yeah.
Like I said, I haven't seen the fight, but if you're going to get into a boxing match with Lara, chances are you're not going to win.
Chances are you're not going to win at all.
Yeah.
But again, it's a 154 division that has so many princes and no kings. I mean that.
I like that.
Honestly, it's got so many guys. Like, okay, who's the best? Look, you just mentioned Andrade. Yeah. We've got a kid over here called Liam Smith that Ryan's really good high on a bit. We've got both Charlo brothers. You know, is Canelo 154? Is he 155? So there's like 6 or 7 guys out there. Cotto's 154 still now. Yeah. He said he's going to drop back down. Okay, who's the boss of that division? Yeah. There's like 7 or 8, and no one seems to want to fight each other. I think. You know, it's hard for me to say Lara when Canelo beat Lara, even though I thought Lara kind of beat Canelo, but you know what I mean? So, it's a tough one. I don't know who the best is. But
best way to put it, the division's wide open.
The division is wide open.
Yeah.
How do you think Liam Smith would do with any of those guys that fought yesterday? Any of them? All 6?
Okay, I'm going to get some stick for this. But younger Charlo, he definitely do some work there. Definitely do some work there.
That means you think he can do Jackson then as well?
Nah, different styles.
Jackson,
different styles. Like I said, I haven't seen the Lara Vance fight, but I wouldn't put him in with the Charles up for Trout right now. Again, same thing. I think Liam Smith is tremendously talented. I think he could box. I think he could punch. I think he mixes up in all areas, but he needs to step it up in terms of fighting a universally ranked fighter.
Yeah.
To actually see if he has the potential. I believe he has. So I wouldn't have to put him in with a top elite guy. Okay. Even though you're world champion, you have to fight the top guys. You can't duck the other guys. But if I was Frank, instead of putting him with a number 2 or number 3, I put him with a number 7.
Yeah.
Or number 6, you know what I mean? Just to get that little tread in water type development before you actually put him in with a number 1 or, like you said, the mixed bag of guys at 154.
Yeah, so I said, because I mean, but also, let's be honest, our phrase and what we always say is once you get that belt,
exactly.
You're you know what I mean. You're the hunted as well.
You're the hunted.
But I tweeted out there, like, as much as I like Liam Smith calling that Kell Brook, which is a good fight in the UK, it's not like your division's weak. It's not like your division hasn't got fighters in there, guys that can sell tickets as well. It's got big names in there, and I think like I wouldn't mind you calling one of those guys out. Like I wouldn't mind of him tweeting saying I'll fight the winner of any of those guys yesterday.
So I tell you what is as much as I hate this side of the boxing, you've got the business side as well.
Yeah.
And you've got to look at it right now. And in terms of profile, Liam Smith's profile, especially stateside, I would say is maybe non-existent.
Yeah, no one would know who he was. Yeah.
Yeah. Know what I mean? They'll say they'll put him on TV in America and say he's the British champion.
That's what they would do.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
they wouldn't treat him or acknowledge that.
Is the world title.
That's what I'm trying to say. They wouldn't make it sound that way. They say he's got a title, but they wouldn't make it sound that way.
Yeah, they wouldn't make it sound. Yeah, I agree, 100%.
So I think as much as
he needs a profile big fight. He needs a profile
Yeah,
big fight. You know, like when we was young. Sorry, guys, we're going off the. But all of those had that like, when Ricky Hatton fought Costa Zoo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Calzaghe, Lacey.
Yeah.
We can go on and on. You know, everyone had that kind of.
he needs to stamp his name on someone. Yeah, and I definitely think he can stamp his name.
Even obviously it was tragedy, but Ben McClellan. When McClellan was the man coming over here, and was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Someone needs. Well, you need one of those big fights, and Frank needs to dip in his pockets and get a big fight because this kid that lives was fighting the Homecoming.
Yeah. Don't look at me like that. Alright then. Let's go to the UK main event card, which I like to call Payday.
No, I called it Conde. You call it Payday.
Yeah, not Heyday, Payday.
Not Payday, definitely not. I mean, not Heyday.
Yeah, Payday.
Conde.
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 Yeah.
Conde.
Oh my gosh, the Payday card. Let's put this. You don't call it Payday, Simmons. David Haye got paid handsomely.
Yeah.
Sheldon Briggs got paid handsomely.
Yeah.
TV
probably got a little bit out of it.
Exactly. Zarate, the guy who came in on short notice for Briggs, got paid for his short notice fight handedly.
Yeah.
And Big Hands, Big Head.
Big Head.
Got paid handsomely as well.
Yeah, everyone got paid.
So it was definitely Payday.
Yeah.
Let's go with Briggs Zarate first.
Okay.
I'm not gonna defend Briggs, but I'm gonna be easy on Briggs. And the reason why I'm gonna be easy on Briggs is that Haye Makeup Promotions, who is the promoter for the show, announced they are not negotiating.
What do you call it just now? Haye Maker.
Yeah.
I thought you called it Haye Makeup.
No.
I thought you said Haye Makeup.
That's what you want to say.
No, I thought you
Makeup
said
Promotions.
because normally you're a bit. No, I thought you said Haye Makeup. I got it.
Yeah. Haye Makeup Promotions announced as they negotiated a fight with Dimitrenko.
Yes.
Shannon Briggs was training for Dimitrenko, and there's videos on YouTube saying he's waiting for Dimitrenko, and he said he'll fight anyone, just set the fight up.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, Haymaker didn't promote, Haymaker didn't get Dimitrenko.
Yeah.
And Shannon Briggs came over here on last week with no opponent and got a Gospic, he was supposed to fight. And then Gospic couldn't get here, so they got Zarate on 24 hours notice. So
you get a man from Brazil on 24 hours notice.
yeah, but you get what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So as much as it was a poor opponent, you got to look at what happened behind it. So yeah, poor fight. Briggs though, in his 1-2 minute showing, showed something. Yes, it was an overmatched opponent, but Briggs showed, like I said, he still has the hand speed, still has decent 2/3 shot combinations, i.e. he likes that double body and the body headshot stunning combinations, and he still got power. Briggs had nothing to fear in that fight, which means, I won't say he was reckless, but he came out for the KO because he knew Briggs is seasoned, he's been in the game for 20 plus years, so he knew a 24-hour opponent of this level is going to be a walk in the park, and he treated him like a walk in the park.
Very disappointed with all this, to be honest with you. Very disappointed. And like Ryan said, I don't want to be too critical of Shannon Briggs. Shannon Briggs, we all saw it, came over here a month ago, 7 weeks ago, asking for fights. I'll fight anyone, I fight anyone. You know, as much as people have called it WWE and WWF, I believe that he was still doing that. We've seen him do that, guys, for a couple of years with Vladimir Klitschko. That's just Briggs. That's how he promotes himself. I want to fight. He got a fight. Initially, we said Dimitrenko's way too risky a fight for what you have planned going forward. And the Dimitrenko, lo and behold, fell through. We're not happy with Zarate, but look, who else can you get on 24 hours, 48 hours notice? There's not many people you can get out of. Every man and his dog has beat Zarate.
Yeah.
I mean, you go from Gary Cornish, Matt Skelton, Huey Fury. So that's what Ryan's saying. So Briggs went in there. So everyone that might say Briggs looks a bit reckless and looks a bit clumsy, it's because he's going in there knowing this guy can't hurt me and I'm just going to just smash him. Yeah. And that's what he done. So he done his job. I can't blame him. He's not the promoter. You know, he's not the one that would have put a list of fighters in front of him and said, who do you want? I think that's Haymaker and Haymaker's team. But I do think Briggs' team have some sort of...
No, definitely.
They must look at opponents as well.
They've got, what's the word? agree.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To the opponent. So when you get the name of the country, you must say, who's this dude?
Yeah.
Let's quickly go check and find out who this guy is. You know what I mean?
That's what my problem with the Dimitrenko thing.
Yeah.
Situation. As much as I want to blame Orwell and say, oh, it was haymaker motions that bring Dimitrenko. There's a part of me that feels, if I'm Team Briggs and I've got a bigger plan ahead, and you put Dimitrenko as the name in front of me, as much as Shannon Briggs says I'll fight anyone, you ain't fighting Dimitrenko. You'll fight Joshua because you know, people might say, yeah, he wants Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko, because you know that's £1 million payday.
Yeah.
You ain't fighting Dimitrenko for short change.
Yeah, you're right. What I will say is, though, like I said before in the preview video, that Dimitrenko hasn't been active. And it was short notice in terms of like maybe 3 weeks or 4 weeks of the fight. So there's no guarantee what version of him you were going to get.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? And I think in all parts of promotion, you have this element of what if. And the what if factor was, he ain't fought, he might be out of shape, is the right size for the guys I want to fight in terms of Fury, Joshua, the big guys. Let's roll the dice with it a little bit. And Shannon Briggs does have confidence. Regardless of what we think of Shannon Briggs or what anyone thinks of Shannon Briggs, his accolades will give you confidence.
Ryan, stop right there. Ryan, so basically, Ryan's got, in the background, Haye, David Haye, Shannon Briggs coming together, and this is what I do not like. This is what a lot of people were tweeting about when they said, obviously, WWE, WWF. This is staged.
Yeah, I ain't seen this part yet because I was out.
This is staged. I'm not having it. I'm sorry. This is not... this is ridiculous. So Haye's got on the mic and he's been shouting, and Briggs is ringside, and they've both now come together, and it's just great marketing as usual from David Haye. And now obviously they're going to fight in the summer or September, wherever. Look, this doesn't happen. This doesn't happen. I've watched boxing for years. This does not happen. The most you're ever going to get is Lennox Lewis walking out of the ring for Riddick Bowe, Lennox Lewis, that little pass. You don't get this. Come on.
Alright then. Briggs did gut him though. With
that body shot would have took 2.5 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
A great body shot, especially for a guy that's coming 24 hours notice. You ain't done no body work. I mean, that will get you. If you ate a kebab 2 days ago, that kebab's coming up.
I remember when Mike Tyson fought the big Irish lad.
Not McCloskey.
No.
Eubank.
McCloskey's a small guy.
McNeely.
Not McNeely. The guy that retired Tyson.
I don't want to remember his name. Let's not think about him.
The big 6'6" Irish guy.
That's blasphemy.
Well, you guys know what I'm talking about. And Tyson said in an interview, I'm going to gut you like a fish at the press conference. If you want to know what gutting like a fish is, look at that body shot from Briggs. He literally tore him in half with that.
Alright, let's talk about David Haye then.
David Haye.
What I will say, very quickly off the bat, is that I put the tweet out last night. Literally, I couldn't sleep. I was so angry. 3:30 in the morning, I put this tweet out saying, I think this is just all a big con. And what I meant by that was, look, in David Haye, as like Ryan said in a couple of the videos, is an elite, very good, former cruiserweight champion, heavyweight champion. And in football terms, because I only can relate it to football, David Haye is operating at the Premier League and he's picking people out from part-time football, Vauxhall Conference to beat up on. This is equivalent of GBH. He's just picking people out that I'm just going to beat you up and I'm going to get paid a couple million to do it in front of 15,000, and then you call them that big names. It's just fraud. On the FBI should be investigating this. MI5 should be. You can't pick up people at this level and then just beat them up like that. This is pathetic now. This is pathetic. No one tell me that, he's been away for so many years and shoulder surgery. I'm not having any of it anymore. He's beating people up and it's wrong.
David Haye is a con artist. Listen, let me tell you this guys, I wish you could be a fly on the wall and hear what I say about David Haye when we're not actually filming. I keep telling you, this guy is not serious. And the thing about it, some of our friends that are David Haye fans get on me all the time. But I'm like, look, you gotta look what you see in front of you. You gotta look at it as boxing, not as a David Haye fan. Know what I mean? So David Haye fans, please don't comment to me about this. As a boxing fan, comment and tell me if I'm right or wrong. You cannot pull out 2 fights of Tyson Fury, go into retirement and shoulder surgery. A year later, start saying, I'm coming back for a whole year. Say I'm coming for a world title. Before your first fight, say you want Anthony Joshua. And say you want Tyson Fury. Say you want Deontay Wilder. And then you fight the bodybuilder. and then you fight the guy last night.
Big hands, big head.
Last night was proving that big hands, big heads doesn't mean you can fight.
Doesn't mean you're a heavyweight.
Doesn't mean you're a heavyweight. I mean, this is an absolute joke. And here's the thing that makes it worse, yeah? My missus, who I've been with for basically 20 years, is a boxing fan as well.
Yeah.
Yeah? She could hold her own.
By force.
Yeah, she could hold her own in a boxing conversation. On many nights, she holds her own and knows her stuff.
Yeah.
She said to me last night, she's saying, Ryan, this is why mainstream boxing does not get on TV.
Yeah.
She said, because you're a casual fan and you watch that, you will say, what is the hype about?
Yeah, it's a bit speechless with it all, to be honest, because it's just poor. What David Haye's doing is just poor, and I don't understand why people are sticking up for it when you can clearly see what he's doing, guys. Can you not see what he's doing? Okay, look, he's willing to fight Briggs, yeah, because it's again something that will be made into something big. Have you not seen that none of the other so-called top guys are even taking Briggs seriously? I don't mean no disrespect to Briggs. I think Briggs is a great guy and he's a good fighter, and what he's doing is fantastic in terms of self-promotion.
Yeah.
But do you see Anthony Joshua saying, I'll fight Briggs or Fury or Wilder or Povetkin or Pulev or Klitschko that has been chased around the world? No, they don't take it seriously because they know it's not what they want in terms of their stepping stone to where they need to go to. Haye's open for it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, what?
Yeah.
It'll make what? Yeah, I'll do it. It's really, really poor.
Listen, yeah, if you want to fight a world champion and if you're a world-class fighter, you fight university-ranked top 10 fighters, yeah? As much as Briggs makes a big show and dance about everything, Briggs is not university-ranked top 10, not university-ranked top 10.
No.
You don't go from fighting big hands, bodybuilder, big hands, big heads, Shannon Briggs, to a world title shot.
Yeah.
If you really want a world title shot, fight a university-ranked top 10 fighter to prove your point.
Someone said on Twitter,
and there's options.
Someone said on Twitter that the WBA put them at number 5 and number 7.
6. Yeah. Ridiculous. Let me tell you right now, yeah, David Haye's name value and his commercial value and the money he brings to the table, I guarantee the likes of Luis Ortiz will cancel his fight with Ustinov.
Yeah, to fight David Haye.
The likes of who beat Chisora last week, Pulev, yeah, will fight David Haye in September. Yeah, for the next fight. All of these guys fight, yeah. There's no fight out there. Deontay Wilder that has no opponent. I was ready to fight Povetkin last night. Has no opponent. He would mostly fight. No, maybe he wouldn't. But the point I'm making is there's options.
Yeah. I was looking at Peter Fury's tweet because Peter Fury's quite vocal with his tweets and almost similar to Tyson. And it was like, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. And what can you do though? David Haye's making money out of everyone. He's taking 15,000 really yesterday. I don't know what the ticket prices were. Some were cheap, some were high. So he's making that. Dave would have paid him good money again. Yeah. They didn't have Dempsey on the mic. I don't know what,
Paul Dempsey, What
happened to Paul Dempsey? The man the funny thing is, Paul Dempsey would ask those questions. Paul Dempsey would be like, okay, what's going on here now, David? You've had these 2 warm-up fights, what's going on now?
Yeah, the other guy did ask him questions about the warm-up fight, but Paul Dempsey is mostly the best
the other
person in boxing.
The other guy does football.
Yeah.
There's a bit more, but does football. He's not a boxing guy. No disrespect to him, he's not a boxer. Yeah. Ronald McIntosh is, but he wasn't obviously on the mic. Dempsey would ask the questions. Yeah. You know what I mean? Definitely. But hey, so we're going to get Briggs in the summer.
Sorry, last thing on this thing, David Haye thing, yeah, and this what really pisses me off as well, yeah. For the guys that went to pay for this fight and sat there and paid their £50, £80, £100, £250, £1,000 for their tickets, they got a co-main event and a main event that lasted no more than 7 minutes?
Less. Yeah, I think the ring walks were longer.
You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. You have cheated your paying public. You know what I'm trying to say? And that pisses me off more than anything else. I'm trying to say that people that put their hard-earned money out for you, you just robbed.
Yeah.
Now I mean, I was at home watching it. You were at home watching it. You know what I mean? We watching the comfort environment. These guys put money out to go and spend on you, and whether you had a good fight or a good opponent and you blew them out, you gave them a shit fight and a shit cold fight and planned it.
It's a children's show.
Yeah, it's a children's show. That's how you piss off boxing fans.
Yeah, and don't forget, guys, that his opponent was unbeaten. For those people that spur about unbeaten records and this guy is unbeaten, he's never tasted defeat. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
He quit.
Did Joseph Parker fight yesterday?
Oh yeah, Joseph Parker.
Carlos Takam.
Yes, he did. Yes, yeah.
Go on.
So I am. Did you see it?
No.
Oh my God. You know who won?
No, go on. I don't even know who won, so surprise me right now.
All right,
this is it, surprise me.
Yeah. A very good fight zone.
Go on.
You know what happened?
Just go on, tell me. You get on my nerves.
Parker got absolutely... No, I'm joking. Parker won.
I was about to destroy you if Parker won, because you're on this Parker train. Alright, go on.
Joseph Parker Takam. Good fight. Takam started off the first round, second round, kind of trying it.
Yeah. Trying it like that, like
no.
roadman.
No, he was
We're trying it for blood.
Yeah,
trying it.
And then I don't know what happened. I don't know if Parker tagged him, or hit him so hard. Then he started trying to steal rounds and fight the last minute of each round.
Felix Stan.
Yeah, tried to steal it. But he didn't do enough. He didn't do enough for sure. The scorecard I think was like one judge was 115, 113, two was 116, 112.
Went points.
Went points, yeah.
115, 113 in New Zealand.
Yeah. No, Takam tried it, but
wasn't no dodgy decision then.
No,
115,
no. I had 115. I had it more than 116, 112, or even 117, 111. No, I mean, Takam was trying it, but it was a hairy show for Parker.
Levels.
Parker has defensive skills are shocking.
Yeah.
Are absolutely shocking. Yeah. He's got heart.
But he's not ready for the big boys yet.
He's got heart. 'Cause he took some clean shots, yeah, and he tried to finish Takam. I think it was the 7th round, 8th round. He opened up and tried to finish Takam, but defensively is shocking. And so, tell what makes it work. I like Parker. I don't know if Takam's is. I don't know if Parker is as big punch as they say he is. Alright, yeah, we know Povetkin was using Modonium,
yeah.
So his performance were enhanced when he fought Takam. But Povetkin seemed to hurt Takam. Parker, for all his punching power and being a puncher, I didn't see the power. So I'm not sure if Parker is as big as a puncher or if his opponent previously was just poor.
Okay.
Because he was fighting obviously the guy likes of
bit both, innit?
Who was he fighting before? Cali Meehan.
Yeah.
And did he fight Shane Cameron as well?
No.
No, he didn't fight. Who was that one? Who was Francis Beaufort.
That's it.
Beaufort.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, no, I mean, but you get my point though.
To be fair to him,
Both was a contender in the 90s.
Yeah, to be fair to him, Takam is universally ranked top 15.
No, I think maybe because borderline top 10.
So
yeah,
point decision's not bad. Maybe it'll help him go.
It was a good win. He deserved it. It was a good fight. But that's what Parker does. What I don't like. Yeah, like he was hurt many times in the fight. But when he's hurt, he kind of lean and tries to fade away from the shot, and it's like, well, you can't really fade away from the shot because the other guys comparatively your size, you need to put your hands up. Know what I mean? And he got tagged a lot.
It's funny you say that, yeah, because I saw the weigh-in.
Yeah.
And I thought Takam was a small heavyweight.
They got Takam at 6'2.5".
But I thought Parker was one of the this new breed of giants. He's not. Takam looks about 6. So Parker looks about 6'3". About David Hayes' height maybe. Didn't look much bigger than that.
They got Takam at 6'2.5". They got Parker at 6'4".
Oh, okay, maybe.
Povetkin is 6'2",
yeah,
and Takam was smaller than Povetkin.
He was, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's why I thought Takam was. I thought Tyson-like.
Yeah.
Like 5'10", 5'11". Like, honestly, and then when I saw them face to face, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Parker's not this big unit they're talking about.
Yeah.
So maybe the hype train has derailed slightly.
No, he's definitely got skill and definitely got potential and definitely got growth. And he will fight back. If you hurt him, he will fight back. He won't shy away. Yeah. But like I say, if you get hit clean, okay, it's easy to say.
Who wins right now, Dylan White, Parker?
Oh, come on now. It's like, Parker.
Parker beats Dylan White? Yeah. I just want to see what kind of level he's talking about.
So last night in Classics, obviously we were there with my cousin Lee, and he was going on about me how Dylan White would beat Parker. I was like, no way.
Interesting.
I mean, Dylan White's a very good fighter, but you can't give Dylan White, give Dylan White credit, but 1 minute with AJ doesn't make you a top 10 contender. Alright then, let's go with the news for the week. We filmed this yesterday actually, and someone lost the memory card.
But we'll be better today.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be better today. Alright then, so let's start with, and let's keep this part short, because we are doing a boxing basement video this week.
Yeah.
We didn't film for the past 10 days or so, because you've been sick, so we're a little behind on videos. So yeah, boxing basement this week coming. So let's keep this part short, Ade. Canelo dumps his title and says, "Mr. GGG, I don't want none."
Yeah. So basically, it says, and I won't swear, but it says "F you to GGG, F you to belts, F you to WBC. No one can dictate me. I'll do what I want to do pretty much. And we've kind of always said, and got some sticks, some people agree, that belts nowadays are meaning very, very little in boxing. I mean, to the average guy, boxer coming up, yeah, you want to strive for a world title, but once you get there, I just want to see fights now. I don't care if the guy walks in the ring with 27 belts, 2 belts, Pacific Ocean belt, Joseph Parker belts, all those belts, you know what I mean? I just want to see a fight. And right now, Canelo's trying to say, look, I don't want that fight and I'm not going to be forced to take it. Take your belt back.
Yeah. Let me tell you two things about, one thing about belts we add and I'll go to something else after. The whole part of boxing is the best fight the best. Yeah. Now you have different levels of boxing. You have our area champions, European, British, Commonwealth. You have certain levels.
Yeah.
But ultimately, when you're at the highest echelon and you have a world title or you're a multiple titleist, is to beat the other contenders and your peers around you.
Yeah.
To me, Alvarez had that potential and that growth in trying to fight Hall of Fame fighters. That's all front the window for me now. That's over for me, straight up.
But is there also an element of just a bit of respect to Canelo here? I'm not ready for Canelo. I'm not ready for GGG. I'm giving you the belt back now, guys. No, I'm giving you the belt back. No, I'm giving you the belt back. I'm not ready for what you're trying to force. I know my levels. My trainer, he's probably spoken to his trainer, his promoter, his team, and they probably all openly said, behind closed, in front of the camera, all bravado. We'll fight him whenever, whatever. You're not ready for it. Right, as good as you are, you're not ready for that GGG yet. Give the belt back. All right, then. GGG wants his belt. Give him it.
Okay, so here's what I'll say to that. Yeah, Canelo's a talented fighter. Like I said, has fought Hall of Famers. Yeah, no matter how you cut it, 155 is a middleweight. What the hell are you talking about? Okay, forget all what we think. You're trying to say that there's no chance in hell that Canelo can win that fight. This is boxing. And I'm trying to say, to turn out to your fighter is not understating. Is taking your fighter's abilities away.
I said after the Canelo Khan fight that it's not that I want to see Canelo versus GGG straight away. I want to see Canelo versus a 160 fighter to see where he is. Because as big as we think Canelo is, remember I told you when Adrian Broner said that he's short. Yeah. And some of these 160 guys are walking around at 6 foot. You know what I mean? 5'11" minimum. A lot of the 160 guys are big. Even the 154 guys are big. Besides Demetrius Andrade, the Charlo brothers. So I want to see him against a 160 guy. And I just feel like he clearly is too big for 154. He can't make it anymore. But I think he clearly is small. People might say he walks into the ring but I'm talking about just in terms of height.
Dimensions.
Dimensions, like arm length and just height, not frame because he's got a wide back.
All right.
He's small for 160.
Okay, you have to be fair, and you have to be fair. This is boxing. That's your size. That's your weight class. If you can't make 154, you are a middleweight. If you can't fight middleweight and you can't fight middleweights, then you can't box or you can't make the weight. That's just simply the way it goes.
But isn't boxing also about making smart decisions for your career? And what I mean by that is, okay, look, I don't know if GGG's a killer. We've not felt his punch power, but every person he puts down makes that face. And none of them seem to be so great after. And I'm looking at Canelo, who is 20, how old?
He's only 20, he's 25.
24, 25?
Yeah.
Do you,
no, you're right.
And that's Golden Boy's only investment going forward. We spoke about this off camera about who's got, Matchroom, we've got Joshua. Golden Boy only have. Why would you risk that?
No, you're right.
So he said, all right, take the belt back. As long as he's not holding up that belt, I'm not too upset by this decision.
All right, I understand your point.
We said we weren't going to talk long about this.
No, we didn't talk about the actual issue. Fact. All right, I understand your point, and I agree to your point. It is about making smart decisions and looking after your career and looking after your health and looking how you do certain things. I definitely understand that, but you cannot be a champion and throw your belt away.
Agree with that.
Now, like I said, Riddick Bowe did it.
Yeah.
Got destroyed.
Yeah. Even beat Quillen when he did
it. Got destroyed. And I'm trying to say, Canelo's getting destroyed on social media like everyone else, and we're all destroying him. As much as you want to look after your career and protect your fighter, like I said, this is not out of the realms of possibility that you can win, that you can't win. Now I'm trying to say, it's called a fight for a reason. When you have a fight and you know you're going to win, that is not a fight, that's called an abuse.
Yeah. Haye.
Thank you, David Haye. Fights are supposed to be competitive. You've got a competitive fight with a guy in your division, you are trying to dictate a turn. Okay, here's the thing about it. What proves my point, I think, when you say that, protecting yourself. So you're protecting yourself and you don't want to fight GGG, but I relinquish the belt, but I still negotiate the fight.
Yeah, that's his team saying that.
But you get my point.
That's
it's bonkers. It's
even look at, obviously it's slightly different, but when obviously, and people might argue with us here, but when Mayweather rejected the Margarita fight.
Yeah.
I know it's different because it's a different weight class, but that's Mayweather protecting his career going forward. That was when Margarita was this walk forward machine.
And it was, at that time, it was Mayweather's biggest payday.
Biggest payday was 8 million, I think, at the time.
What it was.
And even Mayweather, kind of sneakily, but went round and bowled him. I can't remember who he fought after instead. Smart decisions in terms of long going forward. And I think, let's be honest, Ryan, I mean, I think 99.9% of the boxing public think GGG would wipe the floor with him.
Yeah, I think
it'd be a better fight for a couple rounds because Canelo's tough.
Yeah.
But I think that could be his downfall, his toughness in that fight.
Okay, but then you go look at the flip side of the coin. There's also a big faction out there that says GG ain't fought no one.
Yeah.
And he needs to prove himself. That would have been the proving point.
Yeah.
Same for that with me and Deontay Wilder and Povetkin.
Yeah.
It would have been the proving point to say yes or no.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's always two sides to every coin. I mean, so you can't really say what will and what could and whatever. What we have right now is that we had a shit run of middleweight champions in terms of Cotto didn't fight at 160, Canelo didn't fight at 160, G's now been elevated, and it hurt the division.
I asked you a couple of weeks back, maybe a month back, I said, what does GGG want more, the belt or the Canelo fight? I think you said the belt at the time, and I said I think he wants the Canelo fight.
Yeah.
Regardless of the belt, I think he wants that marquee fight, big pay-per-view points, money.
Yeah.
He's got the belt now. I don't think he's happy. I know he wants to unify like he says, but generally I think he just wants the Canelo fight. When we said...
sorry to cut you off.
No.
Again, same thing. This is the fighter saying he wants to prove himself.
Yeah.
I want to fight the best, and I want to fight the worst. So GG would feel robbed because he wants to fight the best.
Yeah, and also with WBC handing the belt.
Yeah.
No, there's no fighter. I don't care who you are. As a fighter, you want to win that belt outright. You don't just want. I know you're the interim champion, but you just don't want to be. Oh, here it is in a nice suitcase. We've elevated you. You don't want that.
Yeah. I'm going to defend the WBC. Yeah. So guys, I'm going to defend the WBC. I'm going to defend bloody.
You're defending Will be Crooks.
Yeah. The WBC stuck to their rules for once. They enforced, was it a 15-day negotiating period?
11-day.
Yeah. They couldn't do it in that time. Canelo ran. So they elevated their interim champion or their regular champion up, which part of their rules. At least for once, they stuck to their rules. So even though we don't want them to be elevated that way, at least they, for once, stuck to their rules and done what their processes say they should do. All right, then. Let's just quickly touch up on some bits we mentioned last week. When we done the Wilder Povetkin controversy, we didn't. We tried to be impartial as possible because we didn't know all the full details at the time. We filmed on the Saturday, not the Sunday. So it's come out now that Povetkin passed 3 tests with Wilder, then failed on the 4th test, which means it wasn't residual use as they were claiming, which basically makes Povetkin a cheat. Official now. Yeah. You can't pass 3 tests, then fail. Yeah. So he's obviously took this meldonium, knowing it was banned, passed the 3 tests, and thought, oh, let me try to sneak one in now before the fight to open those blood veins and those vessels to get that benefit.
Yeah.
We done an interview with Gabe Montoya in the week. Great interview, guys. If you get a chance, watch it. But Gabe Montoya said, why would you take a drug that is used for horses?
Thicken up animals.
Yeah, to thicken up animals. And that is the best way to describe it.
You know what pisses me off even more about this whole stuff is that, and I'm just talking from a human standpoint here. If someone calls me a cheat, so that me and Ryan are gonna have a scrap, whatever, as you guys all seem to want, which I don't. And then Ryan's like, oh, Addy, you've been taking steroids, and I have been. I'm coming off them. Because I know I'm going to get tested because this guy's all putting it on me. Wilder has been saying for 8 months, Povetkin's on something. Povetkin's on something. So if I'm team Povetkin, I'm thinking, all right, look, we got to come off it.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be hot around us because the guy we're fighting has been banging on that we're on it. Why would you then take something? I mean, you've either got to be so stupid or so unconvinced about what you've got, your ability, that you think I've just got to. It's ridiculous.
So I tell you what, and this is not a fact, but this is what I'm saying. Something I've learned, something I've heard, or something I've kind of known or heard about since I was a kid. Is that when I started training originally, everyone was saying like steroids and that, and I'm trying to give you that confidence because you have low self-belief.
Okay.
And you believe in that having the steroids makes you bigger, better,
superhuman.
stronger. You know what I mean? Gives you that edge. If someone takes an edge from you, what are you?
Mentally weak as well.
You know what I'm trying to say, yeah? Again, like I said, guys, not just saying this, I've never used anything illegal in my entire life. I don't even take protein shakes. And I don't need no false belief. The point I'm making is, yeah, is that when someone believes they don't have something, if you take it away from them, they're in problems.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you have no confidence and you meet that girl in the club and she goes, you're ugly, you're shattered. You know what I'm trying to say?
Done.
Because your confidence is
You
blown.
want to leave that club quick.
But you get my point, yeah?
Blood, I don't feel what I'm going home. What? We just got it, yeah, but...
Yeah. So for Povetkin to admittedly be using meldonium for his career or for months and months and months, to be told you can't use it no more, and you're going into the biggest fight you've had since the Vladimir fight, you're like, I need my meldonium now.
I need it. Yeah,
I can't comment on this because it's not a fact, but someone put in one of the comments on the video for the Stories and Boxing with Game Montoya that meldonium is like in Eastern Europe, like it's over the counter. They could get a prescription or he could buy it at that particular time. Yeah. So it's something that was so widely used.
Yeah.
People are addicted to it. And I think Game Montoya said that since they banned it, over 200 athletes have been caught using it.
Yeah.
So it's something that, like I said, if you need it, you need it. It's like taking a pipe from a crackhead. Yeah, they're still gonna get their crack.
Still gonna inject it.
Yeah,
just a shame though, because like we always said, we want to see Wilder in there against someone credible.
Yeah.
Povetkin was around. He's marked universally in terms of boxing. It's probably number 3 versus number 5, whatever. However you want to cut it, they're close. And it just kind of stalls Wilder now. Who does Wilder fight now? And you kind of feel like we hope Wilder doesn't go back into that shell that he's been operating in the last sort of a year and a half, 2 years. Yeah. And you kind of felt this is giving him that opportunity to say, well, I was going to go and fight the guy. You guys saw that, and now he's going to just go and fight someone of no stature now. It's a shame. It's a shame, but good for Wilder. They caught another drug cheat.
Yep.
And everyone that's taking this meldonium is going to stop.
Yeah. Let's go to a quick other sidetrack of that story. Have you heard that this story now that Wilder wants his 4.6 million, saying that Povetkin cheated, I was guaranteed this payday, I want my money. And
I'm with the fact that I think he should get his money. I'm with the fact that a fight isn't just 3 minutes or 12 rounds on the night. You're talking, for a fight like Povetkin, Wilder been training for about 3 to 4 months. So you're talking 3 to 4 months, you're talking paying all your sparring partners, you're talking almost living like a nun, so to speak, for that kind of length of time. And then having to travel to Russia a couple of weeks before the fight's off. You've done your part. If you're Team Wilder, and believe you me, there's a big team behind Wilder, you've done your part, everyone wants to get paid. The question is, should you get paid partially or all of it? I think you should get paid all of it. It's not my fault. I'm not the promotion. You guys won the promotion bid. Your Team Povetkin. I've done it. Your guys effed up, not mine. I've done nothing wrong. I've promoted the fight well. I've been on YouTube. I've done everything. Yeah. You guys are effed up. Give me my payday.
Yeah. I'm on the other side of the coin. I believe Wilder's due something. Yeah. But let's be fair. A percentage of his salary. I don't know. 20%, something like that.
Not bad, is it?
Yeah. Let's be fair. Under any circumstances, you can't give away 4.6 million. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, as a promoter, your fighter cheated. You didn't cheat. Yeah. You were paying that 4.6 million on the benefit that you're gonna get international distribution, i.e., people pick up the show, your ticket sales, the fight's happening, so you're generating revenue. By the time you box that fight up, put it on DVD or stream it or whatever you want to do, you're making a huge income for a long period of time. Yeah. Yeah. That income's not coming in no more. So you can't just give away 4.6 million. But I do believe that nowadays, in this new world of PEDs, there should be in the contract that if your fighter fails a PED test, or if the fight is cancelled by you doing something illegal, the other side should be guaranteed a percentage to cover the expenses and a loss fee. If you say.
You're right. UFC do a show money.
Yeah.
So UFC don't give you your win money. They give you your show money, what you would have got to show anyway. So I don't know, but yeah, you're right. Wilder is deserving of something. Yeah. Just how much is he deserving of?
This week is what we've got. So much matchroom news. Let's start with a few weeks ago. Frank Warren put out an offer for Flanagan versus Crawler. Detailed all the details of how the fight could happen on Sky Box Office. We'll do this, we'll do that. We want 50-50. We do it we do a fair split down line of everything. We do the distribution and everything, and it all be fine. Eddie Hearn responded on Boxing News website. Well, that's why I read it, and he basically shut it down, saying that thanks Frank for offering and promoting the show for us, but basically it's not a 50-50 fight in terms of money. We've no longer have any pay-per-view dates left as of now, because we got Joshua in June and Kell Brook in August, so there's no pay-per-view dates yet, and he doesn't feel that the fight's going to happen basically right now, and I was really disappointed. Not just disappointed that the fight's not going to happen, but here's the two reasons. One, this is the third or fourth time Frank's offered a decent fight and said, let's do this, let's try this out, and Eddie Hearn's breaking it down and saying no for whatever reason. I think that in the UK we've got so much good domestic fights here. Old school, as you put on Twitter this week, if Don King was promoting big time like he used to, you'll get these fights. I can't see how we can't get these domestic fights. You've got two champions from the same city, in the same weight class, in their prime, and you're shutting it down. Secondly, Eddie Hearn said there's no pay-per-view dates left. I'm not a fan of pay-per-view, but this year we already had 3 pay-per-views within the first 6 months, which was Quigg versus Frampton, Joshua versus Martin, and we've got Joshua versus Brazili in June 25th. So in the first 6 months, we've got 3 pay-per-views. So if you look at that format, you still got 3 pay-per-views for the end of the year. Kell Brook's one of them. I don't know how he worked that one out, but there is time to do it. Why ain't Eddie Hearn giving us these fights?
I don't think it's that simple. 2 things. A, I don't think it's a 50-50 fight either. I think Crawler's a bigger name than Flanagan. Might get shot down on this one, but I think Crawler's just a bigger. I think people know who Crawler is more than know who Flanagan is.
I think it's by profile, not by...
Yeah, but profile is ticket selling. Profile is ticket selling. Profile is bums on seats. Profile is pay-per-view. I don't think it's a pay-per-view fight at all. I don't care if it's unification. I just don't look at it and think, oh, pay-per-view fight.
Yeah.
I don't think, do you know what I mean? I don't agree with it as being a pay-per-view fight. But on the flip side, at least Eddie Hearn's responded, which people might sound is silly, but that in a weird roundabout way might just be kind of a negotiation process starting. Okay, it's not a 50-50 fight. Sorry, not a 50-50 fight. Frank, 60-40 then. Something. Let's do this. It's not a pay-per-view. How do we work this out? I just feel like right now, Eddie Hearn seems to want Matchroom to be big, not British boxing. So there's this kind of fight where we want British boxing to be big. Eddie Hearn's thinking, I'm only looking after Matchroom. I do not care about the rest of it. Crawler makes money for me fighting whoever else on non-pay-per-view. I don't need to put him in against Flanagan, who potentially beat him, and then that brings up Flanagan's profile on Sky Sports. Don't need that, or Sky Box Office. I don't need it. So I can understand why Eddie Hearn would shoot it down, just for his own selfishness, and I understand why we as boxing fans are thinking, what's going on here? I would love to have seen it happen on the flip side. As much as we talk like Frank's doing this, Frank's doing that, if Frank was in Eddie Hearn's position and Eddie was in Frank, I think Frank would shoot it right down as well. Okay, shoot it down.
I agree. I don't think the fight's pay-per-view either. Yeah, but what I like is that Frank's offering. Yeah. Now you've got 2 promoters over here right now, market promoters, and you're giving us, and you got these fights that can happen. Yeah. It's not the first time Frank's done this now. Yeah. And you're offering them out. I don't see. Boxing is a world sport. It's not a British sport. It's not a Manchester sport. It's a world sport. It's an international sport. I can't see how you have 2 world champions in the same weight class, in the same area, and you can't get the fight done. Yes, it could be self-serving. Yes, there are negotiating points. There are things you could pick out, but at least someone is trying to make those points. Like I said, you got to look at it in the bigger picture. This fight generates money for everyone. It generates for the fighters, it generates for the promoters, it generates for Sky, it gives the fans what we want. As the fighters themselves, there is no way in hell that Crawler or Flanagan don't want this fight. Yeah, they want to prove themselves, they want to fight the best, they want to meet their peers. Both of them have had a tremendous year, 18 months. Why would they not want to fight each other? They're actually robbing the fans, the promoters, or Eddie Hearn right now in my opinion, from getting this fight done, and it's a shame.
Frank Warren, for me, seems to be struggling to get his guys good opponents. And I think
that's due to financial.
Yeah, financial straits, whatever. He can't get the guys. Whereas Eddie Hearn's probably thinking, look, I just got him Darlis Perez. I've got him Ishmael Barroso.
Yeah.
Could get others out there. Could get the Lara. I don't necessarily need to give a helping hand to the guy I very much dislike. That's what it is. It's a helping hand.
That's what he said. He said Eddie Hearn said something like, "Oh, I'll be giving your guy a good payday."
That's the way he looks at it.
Yeah.
And once bitten, twice shy, as they say. When he put Box Nation in with Matchroom, in terms of Skeet with Eggington, didn't like that, did he?
Nah,
didn't like that at all. And I don't think he wants to see that again on any of these shows.
I just want the best fights available for us. I think it's a shame that this fight's not going to happen. Look at Junior Witter.
Look at Skeet though, for example, Eggington. What's happened to Skeet since? What a wonderful masterclass. Everyone was raving about it. Perfect. Have you heard of Skeet?
No.
Any of the 147 big names?
No.
So I think Frank's struggling, so it's like the easy way out is give me those.
No, but I don't think it's the easy way out. I think that's a level of promoting, saying we've got these fights here that should be made.
No, I think easy way out in terms of us. He wants us, in terms of the British public. That's why he puts it out there for everyone to see, and for us to then badger Matchroom into getting this done. Make some, do your own work.
Yeah.
Make Skeet, for example. Make Skeet, Flanagan. Who else has he got? I don't know who else has got really big names. So Billy Joe. Make them superstars at a level to the point where it's got to be done.
Yeah.
So Eddie Hearn wants to fight because they're massive. Right now, these guys, Skeet, massive performance against Eggington, disappeared.
Last point on this quickly. When you said Tete McDonald, decent fight, but it's not the same type of accolade. When you said Kell Brook versus Liam Smith, obviously two different weight classes, but they're both champions.
This one is it.
This one, I mean, come on now. I mean, it's the perfect matchup. I mean, bragging rights. All the fights he's offered, this one is the one that should have to be done, like guaranteed.
Yeah, both top 5 in the world in their division. Who is the top dog in Britain? Especially all of them's kind of fallen off now. No disrespect, but Kevin Mitchell, Derry Matthews,
that's what I'm trying
Burns,
to say.
All got announced left with just 2.
I mean, you have to look at it and say, come on now, they have to draw the line somewhere and give us what we need.
Yeah.
Alright, like I said, this seems like the week of Matchroom news, so let's go over it quickly with the news for the week. Little bits. Callum Smith is now on the Bellew card.
What do we say about that, guys? What do you think about that, guys? So the fight's in, Bellew's in a week?
Yeah.
Oh, a week. Callum Smith was added to it last week, so it's 2 weeks. So who's his opponent really going to be on 2 weeks' notice? It's just a name. Bellew's not selling to. Oh, quick, get Callum on it. He's from Liverpool area. He'll get a couple hundred of these boys will buy tickets. And pathetic, man. Pathetic.
Yeah. This goes to what point I was talking about previously about pay-per-views, where you're announcing cards without a full card, and then you're putting name fillers on there, but not competitive fights,
really
not
bad.
fair fights.
Really bad. That's really bad. Yeah. Sparring session.
Yeah. Also, Scotty Codd has been added to the Ricky Burns fight, to Ricky Burns Jericho fight card.
Again.
Same scenario.
Again, yeah. Scotty, Scott, what are you doing? A couple weeks. Fancy going out to Scotland? Yeah, I've got you. Yeah, a little just warm up because you had a couple tough fights with Dodd.
Yeah.
So just a little confidence filler.
But this is what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Get out there.
How can you? This is my complaint. This is what I mean. You'll be announcing cards and making these so-called big events, but then you just put name fillers into. They're not competitive fights. This is why I keep saying that I watch Box Nation from 4 o'clock in the evening all night, because at least you get something. These are not competitive fights. I'll watch the Bellew card, I'll watch the Rocco card and Burns, but I guarantee I won't be itching at bloody 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock to put it on. Because I know the first hour is going to be BS. Yeah, and that's the thing about with the Scotty Cardo scenario. I mean, and Callum Smith, you're filling cards and it's just like, you're filling cards. You're not really giving competitive fights. I'm not saying Box Nation is bloody king of boxing. I'm just saying that I seem to get more competitive fights on the early side of the card than on the matchroom cards.
Oh, okay, on the early side, yeah. I don't think those 2 cards have captured the public's imagination anyway.
Yeah.
Ricky Burns going for world title, not many people are even talking about that, are they?
No.
And Bellew, that's supposed to be a really big deal. No one's talking about that. The Rocky story.
Yo, Adrian! Yeah. I don't see how they got the Rocky story tied into it.
No, not do I.
Alright then, let's move quickly, again with Matchroom. Dillian White signs with Eddie Hearn in Matchroom Sports.
Yep.
So he's coming back on the Joshua undercard.
Yeah.
And also the returning Eubank family to Matchroom.
the never-ending saga. Let's talk about Dillian Whyte first. I think it's a good sign for Matchroom. They don't really have any heavyweight boxers. Really, do they? Joshua, and then you kind of slim pickings. I mean, they've got people that they're affiliated to.
Yeah.
But no major Matchroom signing. And Dillian Whyte's good. He's marketable. We saw the Joshua fight. He helped build that fight massively. In fact, he probably built it more. You know, all that antagonising was fantastic. I think there's still a load to work on with him. I'm not having people think he's the killer of all killers for some reason. But it's good. He's young. He's big. He's strong, and he's the future.
Watch. If long as Dillian Whyte keeps winning, watch Dillian Whyte Anthony Joshua 2 within the next 12 to 18 months.
Easy to make, isn't it?
Yeah, guaranteed.
Easy to make. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he fighting for the British title then? Is he fighting? Do we know who he's fighting?
I don't know who's fighting yet.
Cornish or Lewison maybe or something?
Yeah. Ian Lewison, I saw him fight a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
bad shape, not in good condition. I like Ian Lewison, I think he's a good fighter, a good puncher, but he didn't look in condition at all.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah.
Really, really bad.
The Eubanks back with Eddie Hearn. I wouldn't say confusing, but I mentioned on the show months ago that you've got to be careful how you do business. As if you burn bridges, it's hard to repair them. The Eubanks burned bridges with Mick Hennessy. They obviously burnt bridges with Frank Warren, and I thought they burnt bridges with Matchroom, and we thought they were going to go to stateside. But apparently, bridges can be fixed.
Bridges can be fixed when you're as popular as the Eubanks. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. Not only is Chris, take Chris Senior out of it now. Yeah. Chris Junior is popular his own entity, and you add them two together. Yeah. And immediately you've just got TV viewings. Put him on a pay-per-view card. He's a ticket seller. He's got, and aside from all that, he's a good boxer. Yeah. So I can understand for Matchroom, it's almost an easy decision. Yes, there's going to be problems there. But it's almost like they must weigh it up and think, like, there's problems, but look what else he brings. Yeah. And they've already put him on the Joshua card straight away in a decent fight for a British title. I'm surprised he's still sticking around this British level, if I'm honest with you, though. I mean, defending his titles, British. The last 4 fights have been, what they've been? 3 or 5, so it's Spike, Nick Blackwell, and now, what's his name again, he's fighting?
Tony Duran?
Yeah, Duran or something, yeah. I'm surprised.
Yes and no. He's fighting these fights now because let's be fair, it's a quick fight. Yeah. Yeah, obviously they've got the Joshua card in a month's time. He's signed this week, so it's a fight to set up. It's a decent fight, but it's fun to set up. But apparently he's signed with the express decision, get me GGG.
That one again.
Yes. Now, we always talk about pulling your card. And I'm not going to say it's getting your card pulled, because a year ago we done an interview with Eubanks. And they said they want this fight. It's an easy fight for them. They want it. Now, Canelo just threw the belt in the bin. Said, I ain't heard Danny Jacobs calling him. No. I ain't heard no one else calling out GGG. No. If you really want it, I really think the fight's there for you to take. Yeah. So, I'm not going to say get your card pulled, but you've been calling it out for a year, 18 months. If that's what you think your road is, all good on you. Yeah, boxing is full of people that seem to do this. I'll fight someone over Twitter and I'll do this. You don't want a piece of GGG. Yeah. I mean, I like Eubank, and it seems as though he's got his kind of dad's DNA, which he probably has in terms of he seems like a tough guy. But I've watched enough of your fights to know that as good as you are, there's levels to this. Yeah. And people are throwing belts away to avoid this. People are doing everything they can to possibly avoid this. Yeah. Look, I'm not going to say GGG's bloody Marvin Hagler or Monzon or even Hopkins or any of those guys, but he's a very, very, very good fighter. Yeah. And you have to be something of good luck. I think Eubank's a tremendous athlete, but I think he's more of an athlete than a boxer as it stands right now. And when it comes down to it, just because your dad said that he took you to Cuba and watched you get beat up by a heavyweight, that's not bragging rights. I understand what he's saying, that his son's tough, but you don't put you don't go into fights. You can't compare a Cuban heavyweight beating your son to giving bragging rights to fighting a professional fighter for a unified world champion. Elite. Yeah, level. It's different. I mean, it's different. I mean, people are throwing belts away. Yeah. People are avoiding at all costs for a reason. It's for a reason. Yeah. Everyone that has gone in has gone down. It's gone down. All right then. So we put on Twitter. Okay. So basically, Eddie Hearn's basically said that it seems like Vargas versus Brook is on. Interested in this one.
And he said, let's wrap up my ass, let's do this.
Alright then, yeah.
Let's not do too much because we're going to do a video of it, obviously.
Yeah, you put it on Twitter in the midweek.
Yeah.
What do people think of this fight? And let's be honest, the response from this fight is kind of okay.
Yeah.
Some agree with the fight and say, guess what, it's not the best fight, but it's a unification, so it gives Kell Brook some credits.
Yeah.
Others are lukewarm, saying, it's alright. And others are like, guess what, it's just another silly Kell Brook fight.
Yeah.
It's a fight that, in the terms of 147, means nothing, because Vargas is not a marquee name.
Yeah.
What do you think of this fight?
No belt fight means nothing.
Yeah.
Belt fight means something.
Yeah.
You want me to just be as simple as humanly possible. Take Vargas belt away means nothing. I mean, Vargas beat Saddam Ali, and not many people out there would even know who that is.
Saddam Ali's not
a recognised contender, and Vargas had a little bit of a gave Bradley a wobble.
Yeah. That's
all he done really. Bradley was winning that fight quite handsomely, and then he got wobbled
in the last minute.
And then Vargas seemed to think I won the fight.
Yeah.
So Vargas ain't a great name. You look at Vargas is probably in and around number 12 or 13, so it's not bad. I mean, if you're going to compare it to Beezer and Jojo Dan or even Frankie Gavin, there's an improvement on that. But Kell Brook, ring have him as number 1. A lot of people with Pacquiao retired have him as number 1 in the division. If you're number 1 in the division, you should be fighting number 13, should be fighting number 20, should be fighting number 25. I want to see you fight number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyone between 1 and 10. Like I said, take a belt away and it's nothing.
Yeah.
With a belt, it means something because he wins, and then he is really, really lucrative for Garcias and Bradleys and Furman Porter win or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I've got with this fight as well. I think Kell Brook's going to handily do with Vargas. I don't think it's going to be much of a problem. So in terms of a fight, I don't see it as a competitive fight, in all honesty. But in terms of his recent opposition, it is a step up. As much as Vargas is not what we want it to be, and like I said, I'm not hyped for the fight at all. At least it's someone we know. At least it's someone we know, and it's someone that has a title, and it's someone that, you know, if he was fighting any other guys in 147, people will kind of accept it. I think Kell Brook is held to a higher standard because he's fought such poor opposition in his last 3 fights.
Poor position in his last 20 fights.
But you get my point, and that's why we're waiting for this special K, when right now we just got an empty box of cereal.
Well, look at you, sir. You know, it's just very difficult because obviously, especially on the back of Khan fighting Canelo.
Yeah.
So Khan's fighting Canelo, and Eddie Hearn said, Kell Brook said he wants GGG. So you've gone from Khan getting Canelo, you wanting GGG, to you getting Vargas.
Yeah. And
then Eddie Hearn said prior, we're going to give him a special summer showdown.
Yeah.
Eddie Hearn maybe needs to stop saying that.
Yeah.
Because he bigs it up too much, and then it always looks small.
Yeah.
And maybe Eddie Hearn just needs to we've got a fight.
And like I said, this fight's gonna be on pay-per-view.
Guys, what do you think about that? Pay-per-view. Yeah. But you know, it's gonna be a unification fight and all that stuff. So yeah.
Tyson Fury apologized for his alleged comments he made in the week. I don't know if his apologies have much worth in what he says no more. But also this week there was rumours that there was problems in camp. He got dropped in sparring.
Yeah.
And then he's had a rift with Peter Fury, and now they might change. And then the day after, he's like, no, everything's fine. A lot of mixed messages coming from Tyson Fury this week.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think about Tyson Fury sometimes. I like him as a fighter. I think he's a little bit haywire, but he never seems to be up or down or left and right. It's just kind of like a mixed bag of everything with him.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of saw a couple of his tweets and his Instagram posts, and I don't necessarily need an apology from Tyson Fury. I don't necessarily think he needs to give anyone an apology. I mean, he says what he wants to say, and the problem, and we spoke about this, problem about him is that he's heavyweight champion of the world now. So when he's saying stuff prior, when he was a British champion or just a guy coming up, no one really cared. Now, for some reason, he says something that he used to say before, and now it just gets blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
I don't think, we've interviewed him, and we've been around his presence. He's not a bad guy.
No.
You know, he's not a bad guy. He's just a guy that's laughable, fun, and I think he just says some silly stuff sometimes, and that's all it is. Yeah. Some silly stuff.
I think Tyson Fury is a guy that's very impulsive, and he just says what he thinks, and someone has to pull him and say, Tyson, you can't say that.
And then he backtracks, which is not right. I don't like that.
It's not right. Yeah, it's not right. Like, morally, it is wrong. You can't say the things he says and just get away with it. Things that, like, social media is about interacting with your fans and everything and having a voice, but when you're the heavyweight champion of the world, which is a huge accolade, you got to think about what your voice actually says. Know what I mean? And it doesn't mean you have to change who you are, but you can't be abusive to people. Abuse you, I like you. Abuse you, I like you. You know,
that's the
too
thing.
much, yeah.
But that's the thing about it, really. If he just abused you, I think people would almost just accept that's him.
Yeah.
But when he then backtracks, I mean, look at his namesake, Mike Tyson.
The apology's not genuine.
Yeah, because when you look at Mike Tyson, the 10 things, look at some of the stuff Mike Tyson used to say.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna eat your children. I'm gonna do, Mike Tyson, Razor Ruddock dies.
If he doesn't die, it doesn't count. If he's not dead, it doesn't count. Yeah.
Tyson Fury ever said anything like this?
Yeah.
But he doesn't backtrack. That's him.
Remember when Tyson said, I don't normally do interviews unless I fornicate with you.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't really talk.
You shouldn't really talk no more.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. So what Tyson Fury said on the scale of 1 to 10 is a 1 compared to what Tyson said. But Tyson didn't backtrack. That was him.
Yeah.
I want to know what the real Tyson Fury is. Don't backtrack on what you say. Don't delete your tweets. That's just you.
Yeah.
Let's stop pretending.
So the lawsuit with Uncle Al and Uncle Bob is over. They've come to some mutual agreement. It's been they've got a confidentiality. They've got a confidentiality clause where they won't discuss what's happened. But basically, all the accusations Uncle Bob has said are now brushed under the carpet. Basically, because there's now going to be some room for joint promotions between PBC and Top Rank.
Yeah.
How dodgy is that? You make all those accusations about teeth and fighters contract, the Muhammad Ali Act, unsociable or unfair business practices, and then you shut it down just to get a fight or two.
I don't know if that's dodgy. I think that's just law, isn't it?
No,
look how many people sue people, but then they stop the suit.
Mutual agreement.
That's it. That's what happens.
Bob Arum didn't like the fact that what he used to do back in the day, someone's done on a bigger scale. Yeah, you go out there and try to say they're doing all these bad things, and then because you can make a little money out of having a few job promotions, you say it's alright, you can do your bad things.
Yeah. No, I do think there needed to be someone looking into this, because what Al Heyman was doing in terms of signing fighters, and then because he can't get a promotional license, I'm just their legal advisor or manager.
Yeah.
There was something so dodgy about this, and the way in which he signed up fighters, Ryan, come on,
200 in a year.
It was unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
So any lawyer, you could just come out of law school and thought there's something going on there. Do you know what I mean? I just don't see how they work with each other. You know, there's PBC and then there's HBO.
Can you imagine being a fly on the wall in a room between Uncle Al and bloody Bob Arum? Bob don't like dipping in his pockets. And can you imagine they're negotiating a fight and Bob knows he's dipping in his pocket because Al's got the financial power?
Yeah, the financial clout to just, But
remember, sorry to cut you off. Remember, Bob Arum was a Harvard lawyer. And I'm trying to say, for him to cancel or not pursue his lawsuit, I think it says a lot.
It does. I think Bob Arum's struggling with HBO at the moment.
Yeah, Crawford posted on pay-per-view.
Yeah, so he's clearly struggling. He doesn't have many stars, but what he does is a lot of low-key fighters that could come up. So there's a chance for them sort of low-key fighters that no one really knows, just to put them on some of the PBC shows, because PBC have got dates that they just simply can't fill right now. And some of those local fighters they're hard, they're ready to go. The Puerto Ricans, the Mexicans that he's got, he signs a lot of those guys. So put them on a few of the PBC shows and let them excite the crowd. Why not?
Well, I know a bit as well. Our old friend Jermaine Taylor avoids prison. You can just go around shooting guns at people and firing shots, really, it seems like.
Yeah, gunshot in the air.
I don't know how you got away with that one.
No, nor do I, but what we do really, Uncle Al, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously.
Uncle Al. Uncle Al's up to a lot of people out.
Yeah.
Even coming Tava.
Yeah.
He's up Tava a lot of times. So, but no, it is a shame though, because I think Jermaine Taylor needs help.
He's definitely got a problem.
Yeah, he's definitely got a problem. Whether that be a result of some of the boxing fights he's had and all this, but just in general. So, as much as people might be happy that he's out and he's not going to, he needs help. So I hope it isn't just a case of he's out. Damn, I need to make money. Boxing.
Oh, guaranteed in the ring within 5-6 months.
And that's the problem.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
All right then, guys. Unfortunately, I said I did be sick for the past week, 10 days. So we haven't filmed. So we're behind on our t-shirts. We're behind on our videos. But this week, new boxing basement video, the People Edition. The people have spoken. So this is your video, guys. So check it out. And check out our Steroids in Boxing with Gabriel Montoya.
Yeah, great video. Very quickly, I was going to say, obviously, guys, we should be starting a hashtag payday. for this David Haye stuff that he's been doing with us, because I think there is a con going on right now, and 15,000 people just fell for it.
Yeah.
And the amount of people on videos watching it, on bloody Dave TV. So it's not acceptable, but yeah, tweet the video, share it, like it, subscribe as per usual. Subscriber numbers are kind of okay.
Yeah,
should be bigger. Should be bigger. Should be like
Everyone says that,
100,000. Should be like 100,000 subscribers by now.
I prefer having what we have, which is genuine boxing fans.
I agree with that. Actually.
So I don't care about the views or the numbers. Just that.
Don't you care about the views?
A little bit, but
I count them by the day.
I know, but I just like that. At least who watches us are real people.
Very true. That's true.
We don't buy our fans.
No, we definitely
our supporters.
do that. But guys, yeah, share the video. Peace.